Hello Mama, this is Prima. I'm very happy to talk to you today and through this channel. I was waiting for this for a very long time, to speak with you and connect with you in this more conscious way, with your self that is awake in your body, in your 3D earth reality. I'm very glad that I can speak about myself to you and to bring you more information about myself to you, to your conscious mind. It's no of this information is something that you don't already know about me and also about other children, but I am happy to tell you all this information so you can remember with your feelings the time that you spent with us. So I'd like to tell you more about me and what I do, and I play most of the time, and I learned and discovered that this is basically our education, but I didn't realize it until I saw that your children are being brought to school is very separate from the natural flow of learning. So that was the first time when I realized that there is need for some special education, and then I realized that we are already having it by playing. That our education is so much about play and being motivated to do all these interesting things that it doesn't feel like education you need to go to. It feels like to children on earth. And I wouldn't be able to imagine how it is for children on our earth to be in such education system. They need to sit for quite a few hours of day and simulate learning this way. And I really cannot imagine how it can feel for them properly, that they are not able to flow their spirits and they true knowledge they already have in them by playing, and in completely different way. I feel in a certain way sorry for them and for the system, because I feel and see their suffering in those they're sitting behind desks, and I understand why they are so excited to do a lot of things during the breaks that maybe adults doesn't like, but they just need to release their spirits that were stuck and were tried to be controlled before. So we don't have that here, and I almost don't sit. I am most of the time not sitting and just playing, being excited, and I can be squatting or sitting on the ground. We have also, of course, places where we can sit if we need to do something specific that we need to, that's stabilization, but it's still like sitting is not the purpose of what I'm doing there. Because in a school system that I've seen, it's almost like the purpose is that the children are sitting there, not even the education. So I don't mind sitting, of course, and I do whatever I like to do when I'm sitting, and when I'm done, I just can go and do other things. My daily schedule is different, or you call it like biorhythm. It's not like you follow on the earth most of the time. It's 24 hours schedule, and also sleeping within those 24 hours at certain times and certain values. And my sleep, or if I would separate how I live, it's my day could be counted as a less than 24 hours, and when I consider to be my day in a way. And again, it's interesting that I started to look at these things through these lenses just after, when I started to learn more about humans and how they live their lives, and to compare it with what we do, and to see more into what we are actually experiencing and doing, and being more appreciative about what we can experience here and what we have. So I would like to tell you about also my sleep. That I, in a way, go to sleep in like a random times. It's not completely random, but it may seem if you would look at it through 24 hours window. But I have like a certain period of time when I feel like resting and sleeping, and it's allowed for me to go to sleep in those intervals when I need to. And I enjoy sleep that is various lengths, and usually it's around 2 hours, that you would understand it to be 2 hours. But I can sleep also longer if I would like to. It's not about like if I would need to, because 2 hours it's enough for me to sleep within maybe like a 18-hour window. And so I sleep 2 hours, and I could sleep even like 4 hours. That would be not oversleeping for me. But I usually wake up from excitement for what I know that I'm going to do after I rest. During the sleep, I have a period of when my body is in a deeper state, when it's recovering in a way, when it's gaining more energy, being recharged and being repaired, or whatever else that it needs to be more in alignment in my body, that it's being very effectively done. I can do that also, or my body can do that also during the day, or when I rest and not sleep, but it's more efficient to do it when I sleep. And then I have also dreams. I can dream in a way that it's not lucid in a way, like you can do, but still I am aware of that I am dreaming, so it can seem like contradiction, but it's not. So it's like I am aware of the dream, and I am watching like what is going on, and I can very clearly remember all my dreams and what I am doing there. And then I can also decide to do whatever I want in a dream, if I want to. But many times I just decide to watch it like a movie, like what's going on there. So it's very conscious for me, the watching, like when you watch the movie. And we also practice something that you would call like astral projection or out-of-body experiences, and I can do that also, but it's not necessary to do it for me in this cycle of my sleep. And I do it also in other times. And when I do that, sometimes I can put off my sleep that I need for later times, because body can also recharge during those times. So that's why I meant that I sometimes can sleep in random times. And I know that you were curious about also what I eat. And I eat actually very similar that you can do, or you do. That is very healthy and based on fruits and vegetables that are mostly water. And we grow them here where I live on our ships, and big ships that are almost like 1/10 of your planet. That is very big. And we have areas where we grow these plants and their fruits, and it's much more nutritious than what you can sometimes find on the earth. So, for example, if I would be eating something that is commonly found on your earth in a supermarket or stores, that is not the food that I eat, but you can imagine it like that food. That it's some of it is something that you have on earth, but sometimes it's also other things. But those things are something that you could eat also. It's just like from other worlds or other planets, the fruits or vegetables that you would understand it that way, or you would categorize it as vegetables or fruits. And something that I also like is very similar to cucumber that you have, but it's almost like even more water in it, and the texture inside is more watery, and it's almost like it has like a much bigger cells that are full of water, but it still can hold the shape even when I would cut through it or bite into it. And it's very, very juicy. So that's something I really enjoy, and the taste of it is also something similar to cucumber, but it's still more of like a little sweeter than that, and it would be more similar to like how much water it has. I'm trying to search for something else that you know. Maybe I could compare it to something like oranges that are, because they have also like a bigger cells in them, but it's not completely like the same texture, but something like the similar of the looks or how it seems to be. So it's very nutritious and feeding my body, and all of our foods and vegetables that we eat are or have more water percentage in them, and all of the nutrients are stored in the water. So that's what I eat, and that's why I don't need to excrement those things, that my body is also able to digest all of it, because even the membranes of the cells are so easily digested that my body can utilize everything from it. And the amount that I like to eat or I need to eat is just 1 or 2 pieces per day or per my day. And sometimes I don't need to eat also like during the day if I feel like I have enough energy or nutrients and so on, that it's not always necessary for me to eat. So sometimes I eat just because I want to, but I don't overdo it. And also for the activities that I do, that you would like to know more specifically, is basically I like to, as I was mentioning at the beginning, I like to play a lot with the children and so on, and it's actually our educational system. So in that sense, I could say that I love to go to school. And I love to learn all the various things that we learn and can be learning in our playtime. And I enjoy also the time spent with other girls and friends. And so the things that I enjoy a lot during this school time is just really learning all the new things and experimenting and applying, yes, what we learned into our projects in a way, that we learn through it, how things work, or we have the proof in a way. We give ourselves proof that certain things work in a certain way. And we can be learning also about metaphysical things, not just practical or kind of like a physical things, how it works. And everything is interconnected with the energy. So there is quite a big part of what we are doing in a way, like learning about like a 3D worlds that has an element of the energy in it. And so we are learning from the early age about how it all interconnects with energy flows in a way, and why certain things work in a certain way because of the energies present. And we learn about how it is all manifested through consciousness. And it's very beautiful to learn all these things and understand these things. And so enlightening also for me, because I feel and see myself as a part of the overall energies, not just physical body. And so it's very curious for me to just live my life and experience myself as a energetic and physical being at the same time. So this is what mostly excites me about all the days that I spend here. And I would like to also tell you about like your times when you are spending time with us and with me, that I very much enjoy that time. I am always so full of excitement and love when you are visiting us in your astral form, and it is very physicalized in our world. It's almost like you are physically here, because you can project your energy and live your energy also in our realms in this way. And I really enjoy. And you have also more capabilities than you have, or you believe you have, in your physical body. And this is sometimes even more than we can do, or I can do in my body in this realm. So it's very interesting, and it's almost like you are a big magician for me in this world, and you are creating all these beautiful illusions and add another bits of like this education to me through seeing the energies and what you can do with me and show me. And so I would like you to remember more of those times, and you can do it through imagining yourself of what you could be capable of doing in these realms. You can also remember some of your dreams, and they can come after this, when you would be connecting and feeling us more like what you would be able, what you think you could be able to do in this realm. And remember some dreams you had in the past when you thought that they were just the dreams, but you were really projecting or experiencing yourself in other dimensions and having all sorts of creative ideas and like supernatural abilities, and experiencing interesting things that you don't usually experience in earth, but in a dream they felt so natural for you. And then when you get back to your body, it feels like you realize the reality of your world, that was just a dream, but it was not really. You were experiencing and doing it all with your own energy. So you could be remembering still more and more, while you will be looking also at our pictures and diving into our energies. And we will be definitely triggering within you all those energies that you have already in you, forgotten in a way, locked. But we will be unlocking them, so you can remember more of the times that you spent with us and playing and what you were doing. And when you will connect with each of us, it will be bringing different feelings and different ideas to you, because you are in a like different person with each of us, because you feel us and what we enjoy, and you always create in a different way with each of us or together with us, because you are so open and so loving that you want to create the most joyous and funniest time for each of us. So it always can be different, what we enjoy and what we find funny. And of course, as we are together, we always find many things very funny that you can do. So when you do individual jokes, it's even just more and more funny. And that's why we love you and enjoy time with you so much. Also, okay, channel is also asking me if I really don't want to answer your questions about specific things, like what I'm doing or what we are doing in a way when we are playing and what I enjoy specifically. And I understand what you are asking, but I basically already told you what is most precious for me during my days and what I learn. Of course, all those things that we learn is very exciting and so on, but this is something that I want to share with you the most, and what comes to my heart and my mind when I am thinking about you and sharing my heart and energy with you through this channel and in this moment. So these are the things that I felt like sharing with you the most and enjoying also just telling them to you. And in the meantime, of course, we can share more of like what we do specifically with you, but I feel it has enough time or we have enough time to explore this also other times, and you can do it also by yourself and by connecting. So your desire to know more about us, you can do it, or it's best that you do it with your personal connection with us. And just to believe, it's very easy to pick also very specific things for us. It will be very easy for you. It's not so difficult, and so you just need to trust yourself and don't play the role of that it's difficult to connect with us or to get more specific ideas from us, because it's not. So just imagine yourself being childlike and playful as we are, and believing in all magic in a way, and that you can believe that you are so open and so grounded and also clear in your mind that you can receive ideas from us very clearly, and it's not a big of the deal. So this is what we would like you to do through our connections that we will establish more and more very soon. So thank you, Mom, and my mother, for being you, and for all the time that we spent together, and for also giving permission to create me and to be my mom in the way you are, and giving you all my love. You will definitely feel me. Bye bye.